live from the long bicycle Philippines. Having an awesome time in the Philippines today. Hope you are as well, baby. Hey, today I want to talk to you about slavery among blacks, slavery among Native Americans in the U.S. in the Philippines, slavery among Native Americans in the U.S. in the Philippines. Yeah. Woo, what a joy, such a joy to come back to you, my friend. And I want to say, those you here for the first time, you click on the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you continue seeing fresh, new Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. Now, when you talk about slavery in the United States of a doggone America, normally you would associate that with African, Caucasian Americans being the slaveholders, and Black Americans or African Americans being the slavees or the slaves. Okay, but in my studies, I found something that intrigued me. You know, there are some back in the day in the 18th and 19th century during slavery. Not only were Black people enslaved by Caucasian Americans, but we were enslaved by Native Indians. Can you believe that, guys? I was shocked. I was like, you mean the Indians put us in slaves as well as the white guys? Who does that? Who does that? But it happened, and it happened to us. So that's a part of our history that very seldom anyone talks about. But it happened to our ancestors, man. Not only were we put in slaves by Caucasian Americans, but Native Americans did it to us too. Yeah. So we're gonna look at that today. We're gonna see what happened, why it happened, where it happened, when it happened, and try to get some understanding of how the African Americans endured slavery as compared to the slavery they endured with Caucasian Americans. Okay. I'm not gonna be too long today with this. I know y'all just getting up, got sleep in your eye. I know you wipe my sleep out there. I just getting up, man. I don't know what you talking about them Indian. What you talking about, man? I just got me. Okay, man, I got you, man. Chill. Go get you something to drink, get your coffee, whatever. I'm not gonna be long with this, okay? I'm gonna tell you right up in front. I'm not gonna be long with this. I'm gonna run through this. I'm gonna do a boom and we gone. Cause I know y'all sleep. This is what is it, Saturday morning? No, it's a Sunday morning for you. Just getting up. Some of y'all gotta go to church. I know, man. I've been there and done that too. So I'm gonna run this real quick and we move out. Okay. First, I'm gonna do 1 minute review, 1 minute review, 1 minute review of what we talked about on the last live stream. Real quick, we talked about this was on the last handheld live stream. We talked about beautiful Filipinas. Okay? We talked about that. But this is when I'm doing my review. I usually do it from the StreamYard desktop live stream. So on the last desktop live stream, we talked about this right here. More attraction, satisfaction. Y'all know I do a lot of live streams. I get them all mixed up sometimes. I do so many. Man, I'm telling you, man, I do so many videos, live streams, and I just, everything I do so much. All of it sort of comes together, and I like, what is this? What did I do this? What did it? Because what I do is this. In order to keep me motivated, in order to keep me focused, or keep me going, I do it. I focus on it when I'm doing it. I get everything I can. I put it out, and then once I got it out of my mind, because I got to make room for the next thing, and I got to focus on the next thing to get it. You know, so sometimes I get confused. Did I do that? Did I do that? Yeah, but that's what happens when you push your video machine. You know, I'm a video production machine. I just push it out, push it out, push it out. Okay, and that's the way I got to do until I can hire me a crew, and that rhyme. I got it. That's the way I got to do until I hire me a crew. I hire me a video production crew. I give them the themes, tell them what I want, and they push it out. And I'm going. You wait. Y'all ain't saying nothing yet. I'm gonna get to a point where I have 5, 6 videos or a day. Okay, a day, 7 days a week. But I got to get a crew for that. And I can't get a crew until I grow a little bit more in that rank. Okay? Y'all with me? GP, let's go. I know it's Sunday morning, man. You got to go to church. I wish I could go to church. They still got us locked down, man. Our church is still, they can only get 50 people. And every time we sign up for it, man, 50 list is filled. So hopefully in the near future, they'll be opening it back up again and we can go to church and We won't be able to shake hands and hug and do, brotherly hug and all that kind of stuff. But we'll be saying, hi, y'all, good to see you. But I miss church, man. I do. I'm a church guy. My mama, I was raised in church, man. Y'all know me. Anyway, let's go. 1 minute review, 1 minute review, 1 minute review. Here we go. We talked about attraction, man. How can you make yourself more appealing to the opposite sex? Yep. When you have more attraction, then you get what? More satisfaction. Okay? That's right. Okay. I'm a rhyme master, baby. Yeah, from way back. All right. So, and then we looked at these 5 focuses. We looked at the details, a person, how the details are important to a woman, and how men should speak in a detailed manner when you're speaking to women, because they remember everything 10 years ago. They remember what you said at 2:29 a.m. They'll bring it back up to you, and you say, what? Did I say that? Yeah, but they remember. And then we talked about confidence, man. It's essential. You can't go around a woman and not have no confidence. You want her to get involved with you, and you lack confidence, you lack self-worth, you're low in self-esteem, and you're trying to get a woman to be a part of your life. Come on, man. You're defeated before you even start. You even get out the gate. You're done because you have no confidence. All these things I talked about, all of these 5 things I talked about, 4 things revolve around confidence. If you have no confidence, you're not going to be successful in a relationship, on your job, in your community, with a woman, in your church. I don't care what, man. You're not going to be successful until you build your level of confidence up. Okay, so guys are there, man, I just don't feel so good about me. Everybody say I'm ugly, everybody say I'm mean, and I just don't feel so good about me. But I want me a woman. And you need to get your confidence level up, man. Okay, all right. And then we talked about smell, man. We talked about smell, and we did a word for today, man. Pheromones. You remember what pheromones is? It's your body odor, man. Sometimes we all have a unique body odor. It's like a fingerprint, man. And then we talked about bow wow wow yippee yay yippee yo. Remember that? George Clinton, nothing but the dog and me. Yeah, man. I ran that thing down to the ground, baby. Nothing but the dog and me. Yeah, remember that? You know why a male dog chases a female dog? Because they smell that scent. You think I'm playing with you? It's called pheromone. Look it up. I ain't playing with you. Look it up, man. When they smell that scent, man, ain't nothing they can do, because it's a chemical reaction. When they take that smell into their nostrils, it gets in their body, and it's time to make a change. It's time to make something happen, Cap. So, and we're similar. We don't have these same characteristics of the dog, but we have some of it, not much, because we're separate. But the same, similar characteristics. Men, women like a man that smells good. If you try to get this lady, man, and you smelling decent, she gonna be like, yes, sir, come on. But if you smell like who done it, and you smell musty, dusty, get back, Jack. Well, I'm saying, smell good. All right, and that's when we looked at smell good cooking and watches. All of those are some things that you can do to make yourself more appealing to the opposite sex. And it was a good one. If you missed that last broadcast, man, go check it out, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, if you have low self-esteem, low self-confidence, when you check out that last broadcast, it will help you. All right, let's go ahead. We'll run this real quick, man. I'm gonna be out of here. I ain't playing today. Let's go. We probably ain't gonna do no training either. Let's go. Okay. The thumbnail for today: Black Slaves of Indians. Okay, it's a Black History special for today. Those of you who don't know, this is Black History Month. It's the end of Black History Month. This is the 28th of February on the Philippine side, probably still the 27th. It may be the 27th on your side. I don't know, but it's the 28th, last day in the month. This is I think I did 3 or 4. Anyway, this is the final in a series of Black History sessions that I'll be doing for the channel. You said, Bobby, what you on in Black History session for? Man, you just supposed to be a Philippine channel. Yeah, not only Philippine, remember, Philippine, motivational, and what? Worldwide. This is a worldwide video, okay? Because it's telling you about worldwide events, history. I do history. I do historical videos as well, okay? So get it straight. This is part of our program, part of our program theme and what we do. Okay? I don't want nobody locking me in a box. Oh, you do the Philippine video. No, I do everything that I think, and get all my viewers involved, get your mind thinking, and get you to see a different side, because there's always different sides to every equation, every situation. And I try to bring things to get you to start thinking and to get your minds loosened and opened up so you can understand more of this experience we call life. Are you with me, GP? Let's go. All right. Something else today. One more time. Black slaves of Indians. Yeah, see that lady right there? She's a slave, man. She's a black Indian. You know, they came from Africa and slave. And I'll get into all that. All right, focus today. Focus today. No hocus pocus. Just focus, focus, focus for today. We're gonna look at number one. When did this happen? Number two, why did this happen? And I'm doing a pew, pew. Where did this happen? And then we're gonna look at the current status, where we are, where the black Indians are now, man. What are they doing? We'll look at that. All right, number one. Number one is what? When did this happen? Number one focus. Let's go. All right, number one focus is, when did this happen, man? This happened back in the 18th and 19th century in the United States of a doggone America. As you recall, maybe you don't know, you remember, you took your history. The United States actually took over the country from Native Americans, and they were called Indians. Okay, and so the Indians had a lot of fight and all that kind of stuff with them, but eventually they were conquered by the Americans. And when the Americans came out back in the 18th and 19th century during Civil War and so forth, Indians were there with them as well. And so Americans had slaves, and the Indians just began to emulate the Americans. Okay, but when did this happen? In the 18th, 19th centuries, some Native American tribes held war captives as slaves. Now, keep in mind, guys, just like just like when the Europeans took us African Americans from Africa, and prior to them taking us as slaves from Africa, some of the African tribes had inter warfare, between each other, they fought each other. And when the African tribes fought each other, they took some of their fellow Africans as what? Slaves. And when they took some of those fellow Africans as slaves, they sold those to the Europeans. Okay. So yeah, if for those of you who didn't know, yeah, some of us sold ourselves, our brothers and sisters, into slavery. But that was the thing they did. It wasn't a sense of trying to be malevolent or bad about it. That's what they did back in the day. Okay. But so now I say that to say this, so that you know, the Indian Americans did the same thing. They had tribal warfare between one tribe and another. And when the victor, the ones that won, they took slaves, Indian slaves as well. So the Indians they put their own people in slavery, just like we did in Africa. Okay, so let's get that point well established. Okay, there are some parallels between African slavery under Caucasian Americans and African slavery under Indian Americans. But as we look at this, we're going to find out there are some deep divides as well as close parallels. Are you with me, JP? Now, let me know now. Do I need to dummy this down a little bit? Am I going up too high? Let me know, man, because I dummy it down now. I dummy it down. Okay, let's go. I think you got it. Let's go. All right. So number one, let's go back. Number one, when did this happen? I told you it happened in the 18th and 19th century. Okay, that's when it happened primarily. And it happened for over 100 years. Okay, Indians held Black African Americans slaves for over 100 years. Okay, less than what the Caucasians. We were in slavery to Caucasians for over 400 years. Okay, so but they still held slavery. Now, as you can see, there's a family there with the Indian, and you got the two little kids and the women there. You know, that's how they were raised. Indians were very, very, and we'll find out as we go through this really quickly, the Indians were better treated their slaves better than the Caucasian Americans, okay? And we'll find that out. And as you can see there, that's an example of how they treated them. Look what's on the right, a family, right? You got the Indian chief, the papa right there. You got the two little kids, and one is a daughter and one a mama, okay? So what happened? What does that say, guys? That says that the Indians eventually incorporated the Black American slaves into what? Their families. Now, that didn't happen with the Caucasians, right? Legally, it didn't happen with the Caucasians. We know that the master would go in the slave house and do his thing and have children, but legally, it never happened. But legally, in the Indian society, it happened. They eventually integrated within Indian life. Okay, so are you with me so far? Am I losing you? I'm going too fast. Let me know. All right. So you see that family there. Okay, so as I told you before, the Indians treated the Black Americans, Black Africans rather, better overall than the Caucasians. However, the Black people were still considered chattel slaves. They were still considered as property. And one of the things that the Indians did was they emulated what the Caucasian Americans did. They saw the Americans having Black slaves. They wanted some too, They wanted to be a part of them, part of that action. Okay, so the 18th and 19th centuries when this happened, there's a thing. If you understand, there's 5 tribes that pretty much did this. Okay, 5 tribes in the late 18th, 19th century. Okay, there was the Cherokee tribe, the Cheek tribe. It's about 5 of them, but they did it all pretty much in one particular area. Okay, it was about we started off with about 600 slaves they had about 1809, and then it went on up to about 1600, and right around 1860 they had about close to 4,000 slaves. Okay, so that's how it increased, and it was not as much as the Caucasian had, but even one slave in my book is too much, and if in your book it should be the same way. Okay, slave is a slave. You have no rights. You're property. Okay, so even though I say it was better than how the Caucasians treated the slaves, a slave was a slave, and they still had to do work, and they would still have to do work against their will. Okay, so let's go. Number 2 is what we talked about. Number 2, why did this happen? Okay, why? Why, Bobby D? Why you talking about the slave, man? Why this happened, man? I know what happened with the Black folks and Caucasian. Why did the Indians were being slaves too? Why they try to treat them as slaves? Bobby D, what you talking about, man? I'm gonna tell you, man, chill. Okay, number 2, we're gonna go why this happened. Okay, here we go. Why this happened, man? It happened because, as I mentioned to you, Indians were trying to do what? Emulate their Caucasian oppressors, because Indians themselves were taken as slaves and they were put in slavery. And so they said, well, no, they put us in slavery, we put some of us in slavery. But the ones that put the Black folks, the Indians that put the Black folks in there were the wealthier Indians who had arrived. Okay. And they could afford to put Black folks in slaves. Okay. So they did it. And it was done for over 100 years. Okay. The five tribes were called the 5 nations: the Cherokee, the Chickasaw, Choctaw, the Creek, the Seminole. All these kept Black slaves for decades upon decades upon decades. Okay, so why did this happen? Because the Indians emulated their oppressors and wanted to do the same thing. And also, the Indians had a little bit different tradition. In their tradition was, when, let's say you had a family member that died and the loss of that family member meant that you couldn't do as much work, you couldn't get as much money, etc. So they would find a slave to fill that spot. And this is the lenient part about it, the good part about it. When they filled the spot with a Black slave, eventually the Black slave became a part of their family. And they would unite sexually, socially, and everything else with the people. Eventually they become free. Okay, so that's the difference between the slavery under the Indians versus the slavery under the Caucasians, Americans. Okay, so that's one of the main reasons. Okay, let me see. I need to tell you all that. Let's see. But anyway, that's pretty much it as far as why this happened. They were trying to emulate. They learned some bad habits from their oppressors, and they tried to be big stuff. Okay, and that's what happened. But when you look at it, also what happened was this as well. Some of the slaves okay, from that were regular slaves, African slaves, from the Caucasians, they would normally run away. It would be runaway slaves. And then they would run to some of the tribesmen in the Indian tribes. And the Indian tribes would then adopt them and take them in as well. First, they would put them as slaves. But as I mentioned to you, eventually they would become a part of the family. So many, many blacks ran away and they became a part of the Indian tribes. That's another reason why they had black slaves. Blacks voluntarily ran away from their Caucasian masters and became slaves of the Indian masters, but eventually they won their freedom. That's the major difference, okay? All right, number 3, let's go. I lost my place. Number 3. Come on now. I'm sorry, number 3. Let's go, number 3. All right, number 3 is just a wannabe. All right, so you see, there's another family there. She's got, I guess that's 2 children. One's really darker, and one has, well, probably an African American dad. Probably about it. when we talked about genetics, we know that the dominant gene is black, so they had to have a black person produce a black child, right? Okay, so there you have it, family. Where did this happen? Primarily, it happened in 5 nations that I talked to you about before: the Indian Territory, Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Creek, Seminole. All of us were mostly in the southern or southeastern part of our nation. And not only did they have it, the Indians had slaves before they were migrated. And those of you knowing about Indian history, you know that the Indians migrated, but from the southern areas to the western area or Midwest area, primarily in Oklahoma, and that was called the Trail of Tears. Okay, that's when they migrated and walked them all the way from southern area all the way to Oklahoma, and a lot of Indians died. But not only Indians died on that trail, there was a lot of African Americans or black slaves that died with them as well, because Indians had slaves doing that Trail of Tears walk. If you don't remember from your history, go look it up. And the thing about it is, when we as children took history in school, they talked about Indians. They talked about the Indians a lot, but they never talked about us. I never knew that there were black people that were slaves for Indians until I discovered. I always thought that black people just ran away and joined them and be family. That's what I thought. But that was part of. Sometimes it was like that, but primarily black people were slaves for Indians as well. Black people have been some of the most exploited, I would say the most exploited race in the world. Everybody's had their feet on our backs, stomping us down. And the problem is, not only have we been beaten, trodden down to the ground physically, but mentally as well. We've been brainwashed. We don't even want to know about our own history. That's the sad part about it, man. And every time I do a history of something, a black history, maybe 2, maybe 1, they did a good job. But anyway, I don't let that stop me, because I know we need to know the truth. And I'm about to I'm giving you the truth. The truth will make you free. All right, let's go. Last one, we out, man. We out. Okay, so we saw where it happened. Last one. This is current status. Okay, so I got 2 ladies right there, and they're descendants of the black Indian slave. And first lady we got is Rhonda, lady on the left, Rhonda Grayson. She's a black Indian descendant from the Creek tribe. She's a treasurer. And the next lady is called Sharon Lynn Scott. She is a black Indian descendant, secretary of the Freedman Creek tribe as well. So these people are descendants of the Indian tribes. But now the problem is, the Indian nations have expelled all of the black people from their heritage and from being a citizen of the Indian nation. And as you may or may not know, Indians have their own nation. They have their own laws. They have most of their own rules, because they made treaties with the government so that they get rule themselves. And because of that, a lot of Indians have advantages and take advantage of things that normally Americans couldn't take advantage. They get a lot of free stuff. So African Americans are not trying to sue to regain their citizenship. African descendants rather, so that can take advantage of some of the things that the Indians are taking advantage of. And that's a big battle. It's a big battle. Part of the problem is that Indians don't have to go along with the law of the land, as far as most of the laws of the land, okay, because they have their own tribunal system. Okay, so right now, current status of the Black Indian descendants is that they have been expelled from citizenship from the tribes, major tribes, and the largest one of all was the Cherokee tribe. That and Cherokee Nation is got a lot of money, and they expelled all the Black people, and they're trying to sue the Cherokee Nation, other nations, Indian nations, to try to regain their citizenship. So that's where we are right now. I thought it was fascinating when I saw that subject, guys. I wanted to bring it to you, man, as a very short Black history moment. Take it for what it's worth. If that intrigues you, you should go and research and get even more details, as I did as well. But I always want to know about our people, what happened before me, what's going on now, and then I can suggest what will happen in the future. So that's where I'm at. And that's all I got for you. All right, guys, I'm gonna run this real quick and we gone. Okay. We got. Okay. We got to find out who's up in here running the train today. Around train, Bobby Lizzie, One Nation Under Groove. All right. Lizzie, you ready, Lizzie? Okay, she's here, man. But she's like, we will ride the train today. I'm Bobby. I just gave you that back history moment, man. Some of you may have enjoyed. I'm a history buff, man. I'm like, I was fascinated when I read that. I did not know the things I read about. I didn't know. And when I read new stuff like that, man, I'm like buzzing all over because I like to know stuff, and that was just new to me. I never know, but I'm gonna tell you what. I knew I had one Black Indian friend in my whole life. One. And guess what what her name was? Guess what her name was? Lisa D. No, I'm just playing, man. No, but her name was Sandra. Remember I told you about Sandra, my first girlfriend? She's half Indian. I thought she was playing, but when I saw her mom looked like an Indian all the way, and her dad did too. Her dad was Indian. Her granddad was Indian, rather. But her mother was Indian, and her grandfather was the original Indian. But yeah, so I know of one Black Indian, but I don't know if they knew they were descendants, and I don't know how much they knew about their history. But I'm amazed by that. But and so, yeah, Black people are trying to get their citizenship back so they can partake of some of the benefits that the Indians have, and that's the whole part of that. So let's find out who riding the train today. Robert E. Lisi, One Nation Under Groove. People get ready. Whether the train is coming, don't need no ticket. You just get on board or needed love. Ooh, say it again, say sweet, sweet love. Don't need no ticket. You just get on board. Get on board. Y'all ready, man? Y'all ready to ride this train? I know y'all like, man, but y'all don't know what the man. I don't want to hear nothing but the man. I know, man, inside. Humor me, okay? Just humor me, man. Because one of the things I've found out since I've been doing the Black history stuff with you guys, and this is the second year I've been doing it, most of y'all don't like history. And more importantly, most of us don't like our own history. You know? We just like, whatever they say, that's it. I believe it. And I don't do that. I want to know the real deal. For years and years and years, they pushed this white stuff, and we weren't even in the book, man. We wouldn't even know where to be found in the book. And if we didn't do our own personal research to go out and find, we would find nothing on us. So if we are free now to find out and know about the people that came before us, we should get involved, man. And get your children involved. Okay? We got to find out who rubbing up talking about for the first man in his house. When I said toot toot, you said all aboard. Toot toot. Toot toot. When I said all aboard, you said toot toot. All aboard. All aboard. All aboard. Yeah, man. Let's ride this train. I got to find out who rubbing up, toughed up, be the first man in the who that said they're gonna beat them said, I need to know, I got to know, I want to know, inquiring minds wants to know who that is. Let's see. I'm gonna drill down here and find out who that is. If I need to call for excuse me, excuse me, please. You know what I'm gonna say, right? Copy go, baby. Yeah, the best copy in the world. All right, who gotta find out who this is? I'm gonna drill down here and find out. StreamYard, don't mess with me today, please. Please, StreamYard. Okay, he gone. Yeah, baby, hey, in the house, baby. Hey, gun in the house, gun in the house. Woo, gun in the house, gun in the house. Woo. What's up, Gunny? He said, hey, hello, Bobby D. Lizzie. How y'all doing, small? Good, man. Good to see you, Murphy. It is it's about probably 9:10 a.m. in the morning in the United States on the Eastern Coast. And I know you're doing all it's probably about 8:10. You in New Orleans, that's Central Time, I think. So you the early riser. All right, what's good? What's going on, man? How you doing? You doing all right? Good to see you, Murphy, in the house today. First man up. He made it, man. He's been #1 for so many times. I stopped counting. He's the king of #1s on this train, man. He owned that spot. He owned that position. Okay? So no none of y'all ain't gonna try to take him out because he gonna fight like heck to stay there. Okay? When you on the top, man, you just don't give up your position. They got to beat you. And ain't nobody beat him yet because he got the most #1 ever in the history of the love triangle. Good to see you, Murphy. Hey, one of the lonely number man, but I know you don't mind being lonely when you at the top. Okay? Because that's where it is. It's lonely at the top, but it's nice to be there, but you always gonna be a little lonely. Gonna be lonely by yourself, because one of the lonely number. But it's okay, man, because you at the top, right? Ain't nothing. Top view is the best view. Good to see him. Give him his prop, y'all. Ryan Train Bobby Lee one night. Who we got? Murphy Hayes, he says, first man up to date. Yeah, man. Murphy did the doggone thing right, tight, long, and he's #1. Murphy. He said, congrats, Murphy. She waking up. She said, congrats, Murphy. Good to see you, Murphy. Ryan Train Bobby Lee one night. Who we got? What's up, Murphy? The Murphy Hayes get the donation to the nation. What's up, bro? He said, for the hardest working couple on YouTube. Thank you so much. Hey man, we put the time in, baby. You know what, man? We do a lot of work on YouTube. We put a lot of time in. But you know what? It's a desire. We have a desire to do it. We have a love to do it. We have a will to do it. And we want to do it. Because we do it for you. We do it for the people out there, man. And we don't mind doing it. We work a lot, man. We work a lot on YouTube. You see the videos we put out. Sometimes we do 1, we do 2. I always go beyond myself. This is the first time I've ever done 2 videos and 2 live streams within a 24-hour period. 2 videos. Two videos. And then I actually did a 3rd one today. 3 videos and two live streams within a 24-hour period. First time ever, but it won't be the last. Because I'm a workaholic, baby. I know how to do this. Good to see you. Thanks so much, Murphy. We got to do Murphy donation for the nation. Who we got around the shit? Listen, I need a dancer in this house. Come on now. Come on, dancers. I had to get James Brown to talk. Y'all know I had to get James Brown to talk to my dancers. They act like they didn't want to dance. Every time I call on one, they try. I don't want to feel like dancing. Call him. I said, look here. Y'all better get ready. I'm gonna cancel some contract. And I said, you need to talk to him, James. When James talked to him, and they straighten it up. Let's see. All right, who we got? Let's the Godfather. Come on, Godfather. Let's do it. Thank you so much, Murphy. Thank you so much for the donation to the nation. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you. More blessings to you. Much love to you, my brother from another mother. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. Let's go. Who we got right? Train Bobby Lee, one nation under groove. Murphy Hayes. He said, much respect for not selling yourself. Respect like many YouTubers I see. Hey man, I try to keep it clean on this show. I try to keep it right on the show. I try to keep it tight on the show. A lot of guys be cussing every other word. I don't play that. You know, every now and then I slip up on one, but you know, I straighten it up. But and you know, you got to have standards, man. Anything you do, you got to have some morals. You got to have some values. You have to have some standards. And when you don't have any standards, when you don't have any morals, you don't have any values, you will do anything, you know, for $1. And I'm not like that, man. So thank you so much. You recognize that. Appreciate that, Murphy. Ryan Train Bobby. Murphy, hey, he said, yeah, I know about the Indians having slaves. Yeah, I didn't know that, man. I did not. I mean, I always thought that I knew that there were some African Americans that were in Indian tribes, but in my mind, I never researched that part. I always thought that they were people that ran away from slavery and they joined the tribe and became a part of the family. That's what I thought. I did not know the part of that they were actually slaves. Chattel property was considered as property. So it was new to me. And I tell you, we learn things every day. Ron Train, Bobby Lizzie, One Nation. KC, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. He said, oh, yes, I see Indian features in several of my friends. Okay, okay. Yeah, I only had one person that was an Indian that I knew. And my first girlfriend, she had long, you know, sort of thick black hair. She had I wouldn't say she was like a yellowish type skin. I wouldn't say no Indian, but she was like a high yellow type woman. She's beautiful though. But and so I knew that there was some kind of black, but I thought there was older. Like I said, I didn't know they were slaves. I thought most of them were going over there and be a part of the family. But finding out that most of them were slaves, it was amazing to me. Ryan Train, Bobby Lizzie. Oh, what are you doing, Casey? You know what, man? I forgot to tell you something, man. You know, I hate to tell you this, man, but you know, you number 2 today, right? And guess what? Number 2, Jeff won't do it. Sorry about that, Casey. I had to bring it to you, man. Sorry about that, but you know, when you're number 2, you have to put some more effort in so you can be number 1. Let's go. Ryan Train, Bobby Lizzie. Who we got? Murphy, hey, he said, I have some Indian on my mother's side. Okay, okay. Indian on your mother's side. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You gotta go back and find out. You go to ancestry.com and you might be able to look up all your Indian, all your whole ancestry. And you'd be amazed. You probably have some Jewish, you might have some Russian, German. You never know what you got in you. What kind of blood you got in you? Check it out. Ryan Train, Bobby Lizzie, who we got? Casey, he said, when my son was first born, he had many if my features, but something was off until my late wife showed me a photo of her great grandpa. He looked like a big old Indian. Okay, so yeah, that's how genetics is, man. It can, you know, the features of somebody from grand come right back, and then your son look like your great grandparent. That's how stuff happens when it passes on in your generation from one to another. But it's amazing that some of the Africans, like I showed you those 2 pictures, those ladies, they got so much features like Indians. It's amazing, man. So, and I'm shocked that the Indians want to deny them their citizenship in the tribal nations. It's crazy, man. I mean, what's it gonna? Why would they want to deny them? Because their right to be a citizen. They got the blood. You know what I'm saying? They got the blood, and they can take the DNA test and pass it. You know, Ryan Train, Bobby Lizzie, who we got? Murphy, hey, he said, your Black history posts and videos are well researched, informative. Thank you so much, Murphy. Hey, man, I try to look it up. I try to find out things that I didn't know, and if I figure I didn't know it, I pass on you guys. I figure we like that, right? If I didn't know it, you might didn't know it either. That's all. I try to find things that will give people. I'm like this, man. I want to make people think. You know, I just don't want to feed you this and feed you that. I want to make you think, what is he feeding me? Is this right? Is this wrong? And I want to make you start thinking for yourself so you can see better, hear better, feel better, and be a better person in this world for you. Not because I fed you some stuff. You know, so I get you to think. Ryan Train, Bobby Lizzie, who we got? James Rhythm Goes. What's up, man? Hello, James. What's up, man? You all right? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see. James is from the Chi-Town, man. I know it's so cold out there, man. Chi-Town is a windy city, man. I've been there one time, and I was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I went up there for a class. I worked for Verizon at the time, and after class. I rented a car. I drove to Chicago. It's like I don't know, I think about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Anyway, it wasn't that far. But I've been there. I didn't go to this. I didn't stay overnight there, but I checked out the city. It's a nice city. They got a big old. It's a lot of folks now. I tell you that. But I like the mayor there. She Lightfoot, I think her name. She's a strong black woman, and she's handling business. A lot of people don't like her. You know, they want to get her out the office. But she gonna handle. She gonna take care of y'all. Ride train, Bobby Lizzie. Who we got? Murray, hey, what's up, man? He's Hello Rhythm Goes. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Ride train, Bobby Lizzie. One Nation under. Lamont, what's up, man? Lamont, Taylor made in the house. Taylor made in the house. Taylor made in the house. What's up, Taylor made? He said, so did you know Afro-Colombian suffered slave? Yeah, I knew about the African people. I know about the African slaves in Colombia, a lot of the other Western, Middle Eastern, Indian type countries, South American countries. That's what I know about the other South American countries because that's one of the roots. When they took slaves from Africa, they passed South American countries, and so they would stop there and sell some there, you know, and then they would take them to Europe too as well. So yeah, I knew about that. And in Colombia, some of those people are still discriminated against to this day. They're discriminated against because of their skin color. Some of the Colombians are dark skinned. Some of, particularly Brazil, they're very much discriminated. If you're dark skinned a Brazilian, you're discriminated. You're like nothing. They want you to be light skinned. And that's why a lot of the Brazilians, a lot of people of color all over the world are bleaching to this day because we've been brainwashed to the max that our skin is terrible, our color is bad, and we think bad of ourselves. So what do? We try to bleach and take lighten our skin so that we can look like white folk, okay? Why would we want to do that? I don't know, okay? But I've never been inclined to do that, but a lot of us do, you know, and I guess I'm not trying to pick on them. I'm just telling you facts, you know. A lot of us to this day, a lot of the stars, you know, look at Beyonce. You think Beyonce was that light from the time she was born in this world? No. She paid for that skin just like she paid for that hair. And she paid for them nails. She got them nails, them 3 inch long nails. You think them hers? Nah. You know, they got the money to do it. Hey, I'm not knocking them. If you want, if that's what makes you feel good about you, okay, do it. But my question is, why should you have to change your natural self, your normal self, to feel good about you? That's a problem in and of itself. Right, train Bobby Lacey, One Nation. Who we got? Murphy, hey, what's up, Murphy? He said slavery under the Indians was more like indentured service. Okay, yeah, to some degree, it was much better than the slavery under the Caucasian Americans. Much, much better. However, when you deal with the fact of slavery in and of itself, that's a bad thing. One slave in and of itself is bad. Okay. What's up? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Tuba Queen in the house today.
Get a visitor.
Where you been, my dear?
Restroom.
Yeah, I said, where you been? She know what I'm talking about. She know what I'm talking about. I said, where you been? She talking about restroom. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to a very young lady, young looking lady. She's younger than me, but
of course.
But she has a beautiful, mature mind, a beautiful, mature heart, and a beautiful, mature spirit. And every day, I thank God for Lisa D because she is a part of me and that rhyme.
Because you cannot find another Lisa
in the world. I can't find another Mona Lisa like you, baby girl.
No.
Lisa D rock my world, baby. I think I'm playing with you. She rock my world. Hey.
Looks like a bust through world.
She bust my head when she get ready to. No, but yeah, she's one of the sweetest persons I know. We have a little riff every now and then, yeah. But we get over that and we just like back tight again, you know. But that's life.
Normal.
Yeah, that's life. That's life, man. Everybody fall out every now and then.
Even family, even brothers and sisters are fighting.
Mothers,
yeah.
Mothers and daughters. Mothers and sons, you know,
parents are fighting.
But they get back together, and that's what we do. We get back together. But yeah, man, Lisa D, how are you today, my dear?
I'm good.
Yeah. How was your day today?
Great.
What was the best thing you did today?
Eat.
No, that wasn't the best thing you did. What's the best thing you did, Lisa? She's big eater, but she don't gain a whole lot of weight.
You too.
I'm asking the best thing. Actually, I'm still asking the question.
You tell him I am a big eater. You too.
I don't eat that much, man. Y'all think I'm playing? I don't eat that much. Did tell you I don't eat that much.
No.
Not like I used to. You know, when I first came, I was like, everything in sight.
But yesterday you was eating 2 bowls.
Okay, I had a big apple. I don't know. You know what happened yesterday, man? I was tired, man. I was up all day and all night almost, and I needed energy. Cause I remember I told you I moved beyond myself. I surpassed my level. I went to another level on my videos and stuff, right? So I needed more energy. So I was like, I'm gonna eat. I just eat everything. I don't know what I couldn't stop eating yesterday, but today I'm all right. I got to sleep last night.
After he ate, guys, he slept. I said that's not good.
I don't care.
Gosh, he can't.
I couldn't help it, man.
He can't help himself.
I had to lay down. When I get through eating, I want to lay my body down. But most of the time I don't, because she be bugging me. Get up there, you can't say that. So I get up. But yesterday I said, don't bother me, Lisa. I'm gonna sleep. I ate my food and went right to sleep. I was like, but you know, it's so good to have you here on the show today. Sometimes she don't want to be bothered, y'all. She's like, I'm doing that tonight. I'm not doing that today. I said, what you mean you're not doing that today? You do it. I said, okay. And so that's what happens sometimes. And I'm being honest with you, man. It's true. You know, that's what happens. You can't make nobody do nothing when they don't want to do it, right? I don't force nobody to do nothing, man. You can't, if you don't want to do it, stay out, get out. Don't do it. Okay? But when you want to do it, come on, let's go. You know, that's how I do. But yeah, sometimes she don't want to do it, but most of the time she does, and that's a good thing. So that's all you got to say there? Anything else? You want to tell people something? What else you want to tell people?
That's it.
That's it? Mm-hmm. I still didn't answer my question. My original question was, what was the best thing you did today?
Cook.
No, that was not the best thing you did today. I can tell you.
What?
I'm telling you, she don't want to tell y'all guys. The best thing Lisa D did today was to vacuum the car.
I didn't think about that.
Lisa D is a vacuum queen. She's a vacuum machine. She loves, I don't know what it is, man. She loves vacuuming. She can vacuum the house up and down, top to bottom, every day. If you let her, I said, no vacuum today, please. And she, I'm gonna do it. And it's something there. What?
I think you memorized everything I did today, because I didn't think about that. I did what I did this morning. I
thought about it because I was like, I didn't say anything. If I had said something to her about vacuuming, then she would remember. But I said, I'm not going to say, because I normally say, Lisa, why you always got the vacuum? I didn't say that today. And she went outside and she spent about 30 minutes just vacuuming the car out. She said, I feel like vacuum. I said, okay. She went on. But anyway, it's so good to have. I gotta get you. Dun, 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 dun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Two Queen in the house. Let's go, Two Queen. Who we got right train by Big Lisa? You know this one. Go out back to my face. Okay.
Thank you.
He said,
what's up, Gunny?
He said hired slaves. Yeah, indentured servants were people that they were supposed to get money, serving people for money, but they didn't get no money. What happened was they said, well, we're feeding you, we're gonna you're gonna buy the food, and we'll give it to you on credit. And so every time they ate, they were eating on credit. So when it's time for them to get paid, they got nothing. So they was indentured servants. But a lot of black people were indentured servants initially, sometimes, and then they became slaves. In the North, you wouldn't find a whole lot of slaves, but in the South, a lot. And that's why everybody that was a slave in the South were trying to run away to the North so they could get freedom. Right, train by releasing one nation. Who we got? Big John in the house. Woo, what's up, Big John? Good to see you, JT. How you doing, brother? We say, good morning. Good evening, Bobby D and Lisa D.
Good evening.
Have a great night. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, John. Good morning to you out there in New York City, where John is in the city and trying to look pretty. Nah, nah, man. John is still recovering from that big snowstorm out there, and he's being prepared for the next one coming up because you know there's gonna be another one before the winter's over with. But I hope everything is well with you, brother. In Texas, people in Texas are still thawing out, and they need to kick the governor of Texas out of office. I think his name is Abbott. He let the people down, man. He let the whole state down. The only part of the state that was not in the blackout was El Paso, and that's because El Paso, Texas, had a new electrical grid, and so they were saved from the bad problems the other state had. But that's good, Dad. For John Ryan, trained by Lacey. Who we got?
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the original players from the Himalayas. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Come on, girl, let's do the penguin. Oh my goodness. So what you trying to do?
I did call. Thank you. Thank you, my big John.
Thank you, Big
Appreciate the
John.
donation to the nation. Much love to you.
Blessings to you,
More blessings to you, my brother. My mother. Y'all, I forgot to tell y'all, we have the vaccines are finally here in the Philippines. Yeah. We finally
You're
have.
not included.
No, we're not including, not yet. But they have to get the elderly and the medical field first. They have 600,000. I think 600,000 doses.
More than 500.
500,000. 500. Okay, 500,000 dosages of vaccine, and they're going to hit the elderly and the medical profession first. The problem is, guys, that the vaccine hesitancy rate is 15%. Only 15% of the people want to take that vaccine. So that means what? 85%. So now you ain't gonna stick me with that. So they're scared. But they got.
I think because of the efficacy, 50% only.
Okay, very good point. She says because the efficacy rate is 50%. I think that's had something to do with it. And also because it's from where? China. China, man. Nobody don't want nothing from China nowadays because they started the Wuhan virus. You know what I'm saying? They started the COVID. So that's the last thing I want to take is a China vaccine. Okay, I'm serious. Because you never know what's in that vaccine. I'm just trying to be real, man. I'm giving you the mentality of what the people are thinking that don't want to take that. Okay, it's like that came from China. No, they started back. I don't know. I mean, that's just normal. But I just hope that everything goes well with the first vaccine out here. The Philippines is the last Asian nation, last in Asia to get the vaccine. Last one. All the Asian nations got some form of the vaccine. They're the last one. And that's not good. That's not good at all. But this is the other thing. I did a video. In fact, you've probably seen it. I did a video recently. Just came out last few hours. This video tells you about there's not going to be any more testing, and when you travel, and there's not going to be any more quarantine. Now, this is, keep in mind, guys. This is not for international. You guys are not included in this, but this is for domestic travel, okay? So prior to now, the Filipinos, when they travel from, let's say, Manila to Cebu, whatever, they have to get a quarantine and they have to get tested, okay? But they cut that out effective today. Now, what I'm saying this to you for is to let you know that things are happening constantly changes. Every other day, there's some kind of change. And then loosening it up so people can get back into business and then get money in the system. And so I'm trying to show you. That's why you see me doing all these travel videos, because I have to. They're making changes and I'm supposed to keep you guys informed. Not only do I have American viewers, USA viewers, I've got Filipino viewers. And I've got to keep them informed as well. So I do a lot of travel swims, and they'll probably make some more decisions in the next few days. There'll be another one. Yep. So I'm keeping you well abreast of what's going on, and so you can know what's happening here in the Philippines. Ride train, Bobby Lizzie, One Nation, under who we got?
Rhythm Ghost, he said, hello, Murphy Hayes.
What's up, Barry? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Chi-town, say hi. What's up? What's up? Let's go.
Murphy Hayes, he said, I love Black history.
Yeah, I do too, man. I love Black history. I was going to do.
Black, sorry.
Huh?
I said, I love Black history.
You love Black history. She loves Black history. You want me to do you massage? Lisa D. I'll tell you one thing about Lisa D. She loves back massages. She does. She could get a back massage. I give her so many. She could get a back massage every day. She loves it, man. When she get a back massage, she be like, that's her straight out. Good to see you.
Foot massage too.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing. Back massages and foot massage. That's her thing, and I like them too. When I give her one, she got to give me one too. Let's go, Roger. We got Roger about it. Perfect. What's up, man?
And history in general.
Yeah, I love history. I was going to be when I went to college. I want to be this history major, but I changed my mind. But I love history. I always make A's and B's in history, man. And I usually made C's in math because I hated math, man. Math is my worst subject. I usually make C or C plus, but I like I ain't doing that. I did the minimum in math because I could have did more, but I didn't like it, so I didn't do more. Let's go, Roger. About DC.
Casey, what's up, Kansas City? He said, after years of running the streets with his brother, he told me last year that he had Indian rights land out in the trails of tears.
Wow. Is that correct? Wow. That means he got some land. Monte, you know what I'm saying? He probably never exercised his right to that land. He just telling you, I got land. Or he might have exercised his right. You didn't know he was loaded at the time. He was holding back on you. Right, tell you about it, is One Nation?
Rhythm Ghost, he said, I like your video, Bobby D. Ironically, you're talking about some of my family.
Okay. All right. So you're a proud Indian, I see. Okay. I didn't know that. You probably
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why do you think so?
Because when we met him, looks like he's half Indian, something. There's a mix on him.
Okay. She said when we met you, she thought you were mixed for something. So now you know he's half Indian. Okay, I didn't know that. What's your tribe, James? What tribe are you with? Chickasaw, Cherokee, Cree, Seminole? Which one are you? Let's go. Ryan Train, huh?
What's that?
That's the name of the tribe. Okay. She's not from America, y'all, so she don't know. God. Okay. The tribes, Indian have names, but like a nation or a tribe, like. And so we have a tribe, it's called Seminole. That's a tribe of Indians. Chickasaw, Cherokee,
Arkansas.
Creek. No, Chickasaw. Anyway, this is the name of the Indian tribe. Let's go. Ride Trade about Indian One Nation. Who we got?
What are the A's? You're doing good, sir, Bobby. Up since 3. Oh, 3:40
You like me, Murphy. I get up early. That's good, man. Early riser, man. You catch the worm. Early bird catch the worm. You know what I'm saying?
He's sleeping, I think, 2 hours, 3 hours, 1.5.
No, man, I don't do that, man. At least you know. I usually get about 3 or 4 hours sleep, man. I tell you that, and that's it. Yeah, I don't need.
I think that's how.
I usually get about 3 or 4 hours sleep, and when I don't get 3 or 4 hours sleep, I'll be like acting crazy. I try to get a little lazy. Let's go, round trip about these. Who we got?
Sincerely, we got it.
Angel. Woo! What's up, Angel? How you doing, my dear? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see you. Wouldn't want to be you. No, just playing. What's up, Sincerely? She said, have a good day, Love Train. Thank you so much, my dear.
You too.
You have a good day. She's out there in Saudi Arabia, working with the king and the queen. She and the king in the castle. And she having a blessed time. She want to try to get home to her family. But every time she get a flight, they cancel a flight, y'all. What is it? What's going on? Every time she gets a flight, they cancel. So she's stuck like Chuck in Saudi Arabia. You know, and Saudi Arabia is not as bad as some other places. That's not as bad as some other places, but everybody wants to go home and see their family. Hopefully, before the end of this year, she'll be able to go home and see her family the girls and see how they doing. Let's go. Round train by the DC One Nation. Who we got?
Murphy Hayes says, go James, get down Mars.
James, what's up? We said go James, get down Mars. All right, let's go. Round train by the DC One Nation. Who we got?
Rhythm goes, look up $5 Indians.
$5 Indians? Okay.
Look up.
I never heard of that one. That's a new tribe. $5 Indian. Okay. Let's go. Round train by the DC One Nation.
Frederick Mason, what's up, frenemy?
He said, good evening, Bobby DC. How you doing?
How you doing?
Paramedics now, ain't nothing wrong with paramedics because he ain't never lost a case. Let's go. Round train Bobby DC. Who we got?
He's on the tail.
DC said paramedics almost lost the case today because he on the tail end. Round train Bobby. He said, hello, love train, Blue Rangers and Angels. All my Blue Rangers in the house say, hoorah. All my ladies in the house say, hooray. Everybody hit the like button for me.
He should say all the Blue Rangers said, hoorah.
That's what it did.
He said, hooray. I mean, hoorah.
Okay. All of I don't know what she said. All of Blue Rangers in the house said, hoorah. That's it, right?
Hoorah.
Okay. All the Blue Rangers in the house said, hoorah. That better?
That's what he did. He always does.
Okay. Okay. What do you want me to say?
All the Blue Rangers say, hoorah.
That's what I said. That's what I said. All the Blue Rangers in the house said, hoorah. All the Angels in the house said, hooray. Let's go. Round trip, Bobby, easy. Okay. Everybody hit the like button. Now, come on, y'all. Hit that like button. We need some likes up in this place, okay? Hit the like button, please. Let's go. Not too many people on here today. Let's hit the like button, y'all. And you know what? Tomorrow, I'm going to do a reset tomorrow. And maybe 2 reset days. You know what I'm saying when I do a reset, right? I mean, I got to take some time off. And I got to take some time off, not from videos, because I'll be doing the video. Even though I don't do a live stream, I do videos, okay? So I'm taking time off, but I'm really not. So if you don't see me on the live tomorrow, you'll see me on the video. Let's go. Right? He said, Murphy, he said, Rhythm Goes, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? Thumbs up to you, man. Round train Bobby DC, One Nation, under group, one love. Who we got? Frederick Mason. He said, congratulations, Sir Hayes. #1 on the love train. You did the thing, man.
Congrats.
You deserve your prop, man. Good to see you, man. Round train Bobby DC, who we got?
D.
What's up, man?
D?
D in the house today. What's up, man?
D as in D.
Yeah, D is in D.
He said, awesome live stream. You always have great content. Thank you so much for sharing what you do with us. God bless you, my brother in Philippines.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, DA, man. We try to give you the best we can give you,
Thank
man.
you, D.
I'm tell you, man. My mama told me a long time ago. She said, Bob, I said, yes, ma'am. She said, whatever you do, son, do your best. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, because if you don't do your best, you ain't no worse. You shouldn't even get involved with it. Okay? You see, do your best. And when you do your best, people will recognize that you're doing your best, and then you will be rewarded. I said, yes, ma'am. That's what I've been doing all my life. Hey, my mama shaped me, man. She shaped me in a lot of ways, man. Some things I didn't do, but the good stuff, I took it and ran with it. That's one of the best things, advice she has ever given me, is to do my best on anything I do. And so that carries over in every area of my life. If I'm not going to do my best in it, or I don't want to do my best in it, I just won't do it. I put it down. When I get to the point where I can't do my best or don't want to do my best on the show, I'll put it down, man. And that's the way I am. Let's go. Round train Bobby Lee, One Nation. Who we got?
Murphy Ace, he said, thanks, bro. Mason, what up?
What's up? Let's go.
Rhythm Ghost, he said, 125 years ago, when people paid $5 piece of falsified documents declaring them native on a Dawes Rolls? What's that?
Dawes Roll.
Dawes Rolls.
Dawes Roll. Okay. 125 years ago, when people paid $5 a piece for falsified documents declaring them native on the Dawes Roll. Okay. So people would buy documents to falsify their ethnicity and claim that they were native Indians. And I guess the reason why they would do that is probably so they could get some of the benefits of being a native Indian, because they do have a lot of good benefits, even though a lot of them are poor. A lot of them have benefits that many of us would die for. You know, they get a lot of free stuff that we don't get. Round train Bobby Lacey, One Nation. Who we got? James Rhythm Go. He said, These so-called $5 Indians paid government agents under the table in order to keep the benefits that came with having, to reap the benefits that came with having Indian blood. I got you, man. Yeah, that happens. So that happens. And some of the people right now are trying to get. I told you about the suit. There's a suit with a lot of the black former slaves, the descendants of the slaves, black Indian slaves, are suing many of the nations, the Cherokee Nation in particular, they're the largest one out there, so they can get their rights back to their citizenship. They were citizens, but the Cherokee Nation expelled all black people from being a citizen, even though many of them, most of them, have a percentage of Indian blood. If they only have 1% of blood in you as an Indian, you should be a citizen. But they don't treat it as that. They kick them, all the black people descendants, out. So now black people are trying to sue to get those rights back, and rightfully so. Why would that's like saying America and we're slaves, and we were slaves, and then America passed an amendment on the Constitution to everybody that's black from the slave, you are no longer an American citizen. How crazy is that? You know what I'm saying? And so I see why the black people are trying to sue them. Right, Train Bobby Lisi, One Nation. Who we got?
KC. Lemont, Brazil has the largest post-slave population. Caribbean, Venezuela, Colombia, we all are brothers from another slave ship.
Yeah, man, we all came from Mother Africa. Okay, whether you're a Brazilian black, whether you're Jamaican black, whether you Colombia black, eventually when you trace your ancestry back to the day, you're gonna find out that many of us came from the same tribes in Africa. A lot of us came from South Africa and West African nations. And it's sad that some of us were sold into slavery. Some of our ancestors were sold into slavery by their brothers, black people, one Monte, So, and to this day, y'all, guess what? There's still slavery in Africa. And a lot of people are still being sold into slavery to this day. Yeah, believe it or not. Ryan Train Bobby Lisi, One Night. Who we got? Lamar Taylor May. What's up? He said, I noticed Afro-Colombians were slaves to connect with other countries of past history. They disconnect with other. Yeah, Colombians, all of us, because like I told you, when the slave traders went to purchase or gather slaves from Africa, they were in ships, and they were coming through South America was their route, part of their route going back home to Europe. So they would drop off and sell slaves there, and so that's they put us all over the world. Europeans had no concern for it. We're like dirt to them. We're like animals to them. And they just dropped us everywhere somebody would buy us, and where they can get money. They were about greed, money, but a love of money, that's what they did, man. They sold us out for some dollars, man, and we could have, had they not sold us, we could have been so much of a benefit to them because we got good minds and they treated us like we was smart, intelligent, like we should have. We could have benefited this country even more than we did benefit this country. We benefited the United States of America by the sweat off our backs, man. We built this nation. Literally built this nation. No, now, consider this. Had they allowed us a seat at the table to think and to plan and to read and to study and develop our mind, how much more could we have helped build this nation? Okay? Not only with our backs, but with our minds. Okay? So America missed out on a chosen and blessed opportunity, by not developing the people that they brought to this nation. Okay, let's go. Round Train Bobby Lisi, One Nation. Who we got?
D. Marcus Watson. What's up, sir? He said, there were slaves of the Mongoloids who called Native American. The ones that say Indian is an offensive word, not the indigenous aboriginal who were pyramid and mound builders of the Americas.
Okay. So he's talking about two different types of classifications of Indians. The one that built Americas, the pyramid builders, and Native Americans. Native Americans are really not Indians, but that's just the name that Columbus gave them. He thought he was an Indian, but he wasn't. So They are native. Actually, the proper name for them are not Indians. It is Native Americans, and because they are the indigenous people. Now he's talking about the ones in South America that build the pyramids and all that kind of stuff back in the Indics. What do you call it? Aztecs nation. I think that's what he's talking about. Right, train by release one nation. Who we got?
D. Marcos, he said, the indigenous of original were here long before anyone, tens of thousands of years before the Mongoloid left the continent of Asia.
Okay, good. Mark, DeMarcus knows his history, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, DeMarcus, for enlightening us on the history of the Black American and the Mongolites. Let's go. Right, Trey, who we got?
He said Mongoloids entered the continent of Africa long before they traveled to the Americas, and it wasn't by way of any Bering Strait.
Okay, all right, very good. Good to know, man. I told you, man. Black people is all over this place. I don't care where you go. You're gonna find somebody with some black blood in them. They may not be black skin, but when you do that DNA test, it's gonna be some black blood somewhere, and they're gonna try to deny it. That's I'm not black. You made a mistake. Go tell you. But you got some black in you, buddy. Don't even try. Let's go right train about it. See who we got.
D. Marcus, he said, our blood is ancient. Our healing from anything is in the elements, not a vaccine.
Okay. Hey, man. Hey. A lot of people believe that they should not take the vaccine, and they should be healed naturally and all that kind of thing. You know? And that's what, if you believe that, and you say some of you believe that, I'm not going to knock you for it.
It's a lot of natural herbs.
Mm-hmm. So I'm natural. Hey, Lisa D and I take a lot of natural herbs, man, a lot. So we know the benefits of natural healing. We know the benefits of herbs, spices, that can heal you. We do believe in that. However, because this is a very, very serious issue, and I believe in the science part of it as well. But everybody has to make their own mind up on what's right for them. Let's go. Ryan Train, Bobby Lee, one day. Who we got?
Robert Lee, what's up? How are you doing?
Robert Lee in the house. Robert Lee in the house. Robert Lee. Ryan Train, Bobby Lee, one nation under a group, one love. He said, greetings, Bobby and Lisa D. It's been a while. Yeah, man. Where you been, man? We know we miss you, man. How you doing, Robert Lee? Robert Lee. Good to hear. Robert Lee had a little problem with the COVID. He took it out, man. He did it number one in COVID. COVID thought it was going to take Robert Lee out. I was like, no, I ain't playing this game. He said, he called us, he got on the show, he said, Bobby Lee, can you pray for my man got the COVID? We prayed for Robert Lee, man, and he got better, man. He's healed. God healed him, man. He had a little leftover stuff, but he's about 99, 95% healed up, and we just praise God for the blessings that he had put on Robert Lee's life. And Robert Lee got a story to tell. He fought the beast and he won, and God gave him the strength to do. Let's go, Ryan Train, Bobby Lee, see one nation. Who we got?
Joshua Moore.
What's up, Joshua? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man.
He said, it's early, Bobby D. I'm about to go do laundry. What's going on with you? I noticed you switch up your broadcast.
The what?
Switch up.
Yeah, we switch up every now and then. Sometimes we do it in the mornings, our time, and sometimes we do it in the evenings, and we do it for several reasons. Number one, we want to try to catch people like we don't normally see all the time, because we do it at a different time. We're catching new people. And number two, because we need to change it up. We just need a break. Sometimes we can get more done if we switch the hours as well. Okay, so we do change it up for that reason as well. So yeah, you'll see us in different hours. And what we do is, if you don't see us in the mornings, your time, you'll see us in the evenings. And we don't do a live stream every day. We take a break. We do a reset, call a reset. We'll take a reset for 1, maybe 2 days, and then we'll come right back strong again. Okay, that's all we do, because this is our life, man. And we make it as transparent as possible, and we show you who we are, what we are, and what we are about. We're transparent as we can be. Something we ain't gonna show you. I ain't gonna play that. Let's go. Roger, Bobby Lee, who we got?
Robert Lee, is a great news. Since I recovered from COVID, I received the Pfizer vaccine first shot a week ago in 2 shots. We'll get the second shot. Okay, great, man. That's good news. I'm so glad he is. He's getting protected, man. He said, I don't want to get that COVID again. But that's good, man. I'm glad you got protected. You got your COVID, got your first shot. The second one's coming up. And once you get that second one, you should be good to go for a whole year, from what I'm hearing. What Nurse Mike told us, that the vaccine will last you for a year. So
Next year, after you get the second shot, the next year you get it.
Is it free in your country?
I think the first go round is free. The phone here, according to where you get it from. You get it from Walgreens or one of the drugstores. They have to pay an administration fee. It's not like $10, $5, something like that. But other than that, the drug costs more than that, $5, $10. So this is cheap anyway. Let's go, Roger. Everybody, let's see what we got.
Rhythm goes.
What's up, Rhythm?
He said African American, Jamaican, great 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 Choctaw.
Choctaw. Okay, he's from Choctaw Nation. Okay. Indians have a very unique style about them. They're not white, they're not black, and they're not Asian. You know, they're just Indian. You know?
They're not Asian.
Huh? They're Indian?
Indian is an Asian.
No, you're talking about
Asian.
She's talking about the
Asian.
She's not okay. I don't want to teach her history right now, U.S. history. So I'm gonna let that slide. No, but you're talking about the South Asians and the Indian Asians. We're talking about the Indians. They call them Indians in the United States, but they're Native Americans. Got it now?
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Roger. Roger, everybody, let's see what nation. Who we got? Robert Lee, what's up, man? He said no side effects with a short.
Shut all.
With the shot, all is good. So that's good, man. No side effects at all. You doing good, man. Because the Pfizer, a lot of people getting side effects with the Pfizer because it does a lot of allergic reaction. I saw a story about 3 days ago. Lisa D showed it to me. This lady took the Pfizer, the first shot, and she broke out a whole bunch of stuff all over. It was spots and all over her body. She was in the hospital. They had to keep her. She couldn't even hardly walk. You know, and they said it's causing a shot, man. So, you know, some people get adverse reactions and then others, no, none at all, you know. So I'm glad to hear you made it. Round Train Bobby Lacey, One Nation, who we got? DeMarcus, what's up, man? He said slavery exists in America. 13th Amendment. Yes, it does. Slavery exists all over the world, man. It's not just only in America, only in Africa, only in Brazil, all over the world. And you know why I'm saying that? Because people traffic in slavery. You know, there's sex slavery, sex traffic. That's slavery. You know? And people are still trafficking human bodies in Africa right now as we speak. You know, it hasn't gone anywhere. It's still here. And not only there's not only just physical slavery, guys. There's economic slavery, financial slavery. You know, a lot of us have been under financial slavery for many, many years. What you mean, Bobby? I know slavery. I got a job. I know slave. You got a job, but you work for the man every night and day. Big wheel keep on turning. Proud mirror keep on burning, rolling down the river. Yeah, you working a big end. You trying to keep your head above water. Yeah, you making $1, but that's slavery, man. I was in there too. You think I'm playing with you? You know, that's the part of living in the United States of a doggone America. They give you just enough to keep your head above water. And then if your head slip below water, you in big time slavery. Let's go round trade about it. Who we got?
D. Marcos, over police community, overcharge and overconvict prison, industrial community.
Yeah.
Community complex.
Okay, put that back inside here. Going too quick, Lizzie. Overcharge. Okay. Over police the community. Yeah, they over police, overcharge and over convict prison. Yeah. That's the cycle. That describes the cycle of the modern day African American. Okay, that's the cycle. It's a vicious cycle, and the only way we can break that cycle is to use our minds. Now, we can't fight it. You can't fight it because when you fight it, you 6 feet under. But you can use your mind and think. And then you can use your mind to elevate yourself out of that. And you can use your mind to educate yourself. Education. And education will help you elevate out of that. Okay? It's a vicious cycle, man. You know, so many of us as African Americans are caught up in that. I know you right now, you guys out there got friends, got caught up in the system, sitting up in jail right now. Yeah, I got some. You know, sitting in jail right now. Some of the stuff they did. They need to be there. And then some of them didn't do it, and they there. You know? So, but that we always get the short end of the stick when it comes to capital, the judgment system, the justice system, the judicial system. We get the short end. We're about 2/3 of us more than whites in the system, in the jail system right now, in the penal system. Okay, that's not by accident. I'm telling you, that's by design. That's why the justice system has to be reshaped, redone, rebuilt, so that we as African Americans can stop being mistreated unfairly and being judged unfairly. I showed you a thing on the community tab the other day. I showed you this guy. He was on the riot, with the White House riot, right, or the Capitol State riot. He got a year, 1 year, and he was on the riot. People killed him, the Capitol riot. White guy got 1 year. Same man, same situation. Black guy, right? Remember the Jefferson riots? He got 8 years for participating in the riot. 8 years. Is that's supposed to be justice? Huh? Nah, that's injustice. Let's go. Ryan Train, Bobby Lee, one day. Who we got?
Robert Lee, he said, Bobby D, just saw title of quarantine hazard stopped in Philippines. I have not seen the vlog yet from 2 hours ago.
Okay, let me read it. Just saw title of quarantine has or stopped in the Philippines. Title of quarantine. The title of the quarantine is Sinovac. I think that's what you're asking. I'm not sure. I've not seen the vlog yet. 2 hours ago. Okay. Yeah.
The new video that you just published.
The new video I just published was not on. That wasn't on Sinovac. That wasn't on Sinovac. The new video I published was on quarantine, not being. You don't have to quarantine, or you don't have to do any testing. Not foreigners, not international, but it's domestic. Going from like Cebu to Manila or Manila to Cebu. Used to be you have this test. You have to get a swab test, and then you have to quarantine. They stopped that. So I'm telling you, you guys that are thinking, well, they're not going to open up the Philippines the next year. No, it's going to be sooner than we think. Because they're doing little by little by little. I'm doing videos on the changes that they make every other day. Every other day they make a change. And I have to do a video to update y'all. Ride Train, Bobby Lazy, who got?
Red and Ghost, prisoners of war, aka slaves from the Songhai Empire.
Songhai Empire, okay. Yeah, to the victors come the what? Spoil. And so when you have a war back in the day and they won, they took you. That's just the way it was, man. Slaves. They needed somebody to help out. To the victors win the spoil, get the spoils. Ryan Train, Bobby Lazy, who we got?
Red and Ghost. He said the boat stopped, we are one people.
Yeah, we all are one, man. Even when you understand, when you put the you okay with that? Yeah. What are you saying about?
Said we are family.
It's about we are family. Yeah, but we are all one people. We are all one human race. Put it like that. Even the black, the white, we are all one human race. And it's sad when people try to separate us based on our color, because that's why we're in the shape we're in today. People separated us and made us the color black bad and the color white good. And that's not in design of God. God didn't look at our color when he made us. He just made us. And if we came out black, we were black. If we came out white, we were white. But he didn't, that was irrelevant to him. He made us as human beings, first of all. Okay. And that's what we need to recognize in every person. But our minds have been shaped by eons and years and years and years of prejudice and racism. So we are a divided nation. Let's go. Ryan Train, Bobby Lazy, who we got?
Casey, what's up? He said, right, Bobby, they don't want us to know that American got rich from free slave labor of the cotton trade. They don't want us to know that they owe reparations.
Yeah, they owe us money. Okay, they owe not us, they owe our ancestors the money. The people that they beat, the people that they cheated, the people that they abused, the people that they used. Yeah, they're the women that they took took advantage of, the children. Some of them were pedophiles. They did all kind of weird stuff that you can't even think about. Yeah, they did it to us, man. Our ancestors, man. And you telling me they don't deserve nothing for all that abuse? Nothing? No, I don't play that game. They deserve reparations. I don't want that money. I don't want nothing. But they put it in a fund, man. Put it in a fund to help the black community develop our mind, children, and health, educational fund, a medical fund. Put it someplace that can help and benefit the human race of black folk that you abused for years and years and years and years.
Amen.
That's right. Let's go. Right there. Right there, Barry. Who we got?
Mr. Chaos. What's up? Long time no hear from you, Mr. Chaos. He said,
Mr. Kill, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? Let's go.
he said, I'm late, brother. How are you and Lisa doing?
Hey,
We're
man,
doing
We're
good.
doing good, man. Good to see you, man. Are you better late than never, right? You on the train, man. You made it just in time to hear me whine. Let's go, Roger. Roger.
AC. He said, we talking about Indians with a feather. Okay.
Indians with a feather. That's right. And that's what they do. They wear the feather in their cap. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You know,
Indians in flying wings. Feather.
Indians, some very, very smart people. They were very similar to us. They were taken advantage of. And then they used the smarts to take advantage of the black folk too, you know. But they deserve to be treated decently, just as African Americans do, and they're minorities. And the problem that we're having in America, y'all, and I hope y'all understand this. America is going through a transition, just like the Republican Party is going through a transition. America as a whole is going through a transition as well. That's why we are divided. The Caucasian race in America is trying to maintain their majority rule, their majority leadership in America, and the majority numbers. We are about to overtake the minority, is soon approaching to be the majority. And when they see that, they want to stop it. They want to get angry. That's why they want to keep, they do immigration. They don't want anybody coming in. You know, that's why you think about it. That's why they love Trump so much. He want to keep everybody from coming. They don't want no Mexican. They want to stop the borders, you know. So when you understand what's going on, then you can deal with the situation better. Let's go. Ryan Train, Bobby Lacey, One Nation. Who we got?
Robert Lee, the shot is free so far for me. I do have insurance. Did you ask for the information?
Okay. Yeah, I think the first round, from what I heard, was going to be free for every American. So I'm hoping that they can get us some shots out here. You know, Americans live in the whole world at one of the embassies. I'll go to Manila if I got to go to Manila to get the shot. But at least they should be. But they haven't done it so far. But we'll see. Ryan Train, Bobby Lacey, One Nation. Who we got?
Mr. Chaos, he said, one side effect I noticed was everyone gets really tired. That shot takes a lot out of you.
Okay, yeah, that's a common complaint, that you get tired, and sometimes people complain that their arm is swollen, and they have headaches. Some people have had headaches, but those are only temporary. You know, they're because that actually is proof that the vaccine is working, because the vaccine is supposed to simulate a very mild COVID, very mild. Okay. So yeah, that's proof positive that is working. Let's go, Ryan Train, Bobby Lacey, One. Who got?
Marshall,
Marshall dealing in the South with Chelsea, man. Let's go.
He said, there's a big difference between Indians and India and Native Americans who were indigenous to the United States.
Oh yeah, it's a huge difference, John. The Indians in America are been beat down to the ground. Yeah, you know, they're similar to their stories parallel our stories to a large degree. Okay, they were taken advantage of by greedy Europeans. Europeans is some of the most greediest people that has ever been on the face of the earth, and they're about themselves. And if you don't have the Caucasian color, you're not one of them, and they try to take advantage of it. And that's been going on for ever since the world began. So Indians are a little bit different from the Native Americans. The attitude about life is better in India. And I know a lot of Indians. I'm talking about the Southeastern Indians, not the Native Indians. But I know a lot of Indians. They're very good people. I've worked with a lot of them. Ryan Train, Bobby Lacey, One Nation. Who we got?
Joshua Moore, he said, Bobby D, the jail in the Philippines make the jail in USA look like a five-star hotel. You don't want to get in trouble out there. I went to jail for trespassing. I hated the food. Jail is just depressing.
I hate, man. No, you do not want to go to a Filipino jail cell. That's
Well, like your jail over there looks like a five-star hotel.
compared to the jails over here, it is like a 5-star because
I want to get in jail over there. It's free food, free accommodation.
yeah, you don't want to get in jail nowhere now because you would like it. I mean, but the big difference between the penal system in America versus the penal system in the Philippines is it's like bare bones out here. You might get some rice, you might get some water for your dinner and lunch. That's it. And
Your family have to bring food for you.
right, if you want some real food, your family have to bring you food every day. Okay, and then also you think you get a cot in the USA, you get a bed to sleep on. Usually you have a cot, at least a cot, and you have water and all like that, right, in your cell. Not out here.
And the restroom is beside on you also.
Yeah, you have a toilet right next to you. And
Yeah.
well, the cell is about what 4 feet wide and 6 feet long, something like that. And it's real small area, and you have a little sink, and then you have
No wall.
I mean
I
wall.
mean, when you do number,
No, it's no wall. It's just all out there. Anyway, but yeah, it's worse in the Philippines because you have no bed. You're sleeping on the floor, and most of the jails here are over capacity, so you're sleeping on top of people, and it's not good. Ryan Train Bobby Lisi, One Nation. Who we got?
Robert Lee, he said, Bobby and Lisa, they expect a donation from you in 2 weeks to support you all and encourage you to keep being the Dix family.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
Robert
much,
Lee. Appreciate
Robert.
that, brother. Always like to hear that donation coming. Thank you, man. We're gonna keep on keeping on. It's people like you that inspire us to keep on keeping on. Thank you so much, my brother. Ryan Train Bobby Lisi. Who we got?
JC, D. Marcos, we were brought here for free slave labor. They would rather kill us or imprison us than pay us for what they did to us. And bringing cheap labor from Mexico, it's always about labor.
It's always about labor, man. It's about the Benjamins. It's about the labor and the money. That's all it is. Greed, in other words. And it has been that way from the beginning, and it will continue to be that way until there's a change made in America and even all over the world. So this is a never-ending struggle, guys. Okay? It's not going to go away tomorrow. Not going to go away no time soon. Got to deal with it on a day in, day out basis. Now, when I say deal with it, do I mean accept it and just tolerate it? No. You never accept injustice. You never accept people when they're wrong, they're wrong. You don't accept that. But you call it out for what it is, and you recognize what's happening, and you let them know, I know what you're doing. Okay? Ryan Train, Bobby Lisi, One Nation. Who we got?
Sincerely, what's up? He said, she's on Facebook. She came from Facebook. She came from Facebook.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
He said, my father is South Indian. Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Okay. So you mean he's a half American Indian or half Southeastern Indian? Probably Southeastern Indian. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Lisa, what's in your family?
Oh,
Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Sorry about that. I sneeze.
half Filipino and half Filipina.
Okay, she got me on that one. No, but Lisa D, if you think about Lisa D, she got some Spanish in her, okay? She's half Spanish. She got some Spanish in her because her name was what? Bernardo. And when you look at her features, she got big eyes. She got the big eyes. She got round eyes. If her eyes were slanted, that would mean she would be from like maybe Chinese or Japanese, something like that.
Really, my eyes is the first thing.
Her eyes are round. They're not. That means that she got some Spanish in her. Anyway, her last name was Bernardo. That means even all her family eyes are round like that. It means she got some Spanish background. Like Roger, who we got?
JC.
JC.
He said, I agree, Bobby, but our current economic condition is as a result of them getting rich on our ancestors, but we did not get the 40 acres
and a mule. We will never get it unless we stand up for it, unless we get people in government and we elect the officials that that are elected to do what we want to do and get our money. That's why I said we got to be able to get stronger and develop our sense of leadership and a sense of the voting and vote for the right people and get more united. Because we've been a divided people since we were brought to this nation, it's hard for us to unite as one and make demands, okay? But that day's coming because, as I told you earlier, we are going to be the majority in a matter of years. That's why everybody in the United States is so pissed off right about now. They don't like that they may have the majority, we may be majority, and when we get to be a majority, we make some more rules because we got people like us in office, you know what I'm saying? And we get to call the shot. Let's go, Ride Train, Bobby Lee, see who we got.
Robert Lee, he said, Bobby and Lisa D, I want y'all on Love Train to know this. I have sent donation to others for one-time channels, but this channel, Bobby and Lisa, gets continued support. It was my first channel to send $.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm glad to hear that, Robert. Appreciate that, man. See, we were the first channel he ever sent any money to, and he continues to support us. He sent a few dollars to some other channels since then, but our channel, he continued to support. That is an awesome testimony, and we appreciate you being so gracious and kind with your word, man. But you know, we like that, man. We appreciate you saying that because we want to be true. We want to be honest, man. We don't try to cheat anybody. That's the last thing we want to do because I treat people like I want to be treated, man. That's how I was raised, man. And I don't know no other way. Ride Train by the DC One Nation. Who we got?
Casey Marshall, the Asian aliens were colonized by the English and French. They were also victimized.
Yes, they were. They had wars with them. They beat them, treat them like dogs. I mean, who did it? Europeans. And European have what kind of color? White, Caucasian. That's just the way some of them are. Not all of them. I don't want to classify all of them like that, but a lot of them are. And they have been the oppressors of many people of color throughout the world. Let's go. Ride Train, Bobby Lee, One Nation.
Robert Lee, he said, financial support to anywhere. This love train was the first and will continue. Bobby D and Lisa D, much love. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Robert
sir.
Lee. Appreciate it, man. I pray. Keep on keeping on, brother. You're on the right track, baby. We're going to keep on doing what we're doing. And we thank you, man. When you give to us, you are perpetuating us you're helping us to continue what we're doing. Okay? And we get stronger and longer the more you continue to support us. And we promise to be true. We're not gonna purposely and intentionally do anything to let you down. Let's go. Ride Train by Release One Nation.
KC, he said, I hear the jail in the Dominican Republic had a hole in the middle of the floor for the toilet.
For the toilet? Ooh,
And
Lord.
overcrowded and they don't feed you. Someone from outside have to feed you.
Oh, ooh, wow. A hole in the floor for the toilet. Ooh, Lord.
You had to sit down there.
Ooh. That's bad. Did you have that out here?
Yeah. I don't before when I was in grade school we have that kind of dialect.
Well, I'm talking about in the jail.
I don't know. I never
No, I think
been
they
in
got
jail.
an outhouse in the jail. Where everybody go and do but that's bad right there. The Dominican Republic might be worse than Philippines. You know that? I don't know. I have to check it out. Let's go. Ride Train by Release One Nation.
Trisha more. He said, I'm so happy I get paid tomorrow. Bobby D, I'm sending you some money.
Okay, Joshua, do that, man.
Thank you.
Do that, man. Just go and pull up the where you can send it. If you want to send us for a donation to Bobby D and Lisa D, if you want to send it through PayPal, do it to Bobby BDIX004@gmail.com. Send it to PayPal. Use that PayPal address, and that'll send it to us. If you want to send it to Western Union, send it to Lisa, Lisa Benaro, Benaro. That's her. I'm sorry. I'm telling them the maiden name. Send it to Lisa Dix, Lisa.
Right here, lisa.binaro@yahoo.com.
No, I'm talking about Western Union, my dear.
Western.
Ooh, no, if you want to send it to Western Union, Lisa Dix, Lisadix. If you want to send it through PayPal and you're sending money to the ministry for food drive, then you're going to use this address that's flashing on your screen. Lisa.Bernardo@yahoo.com. You use that address to send it if you want to send a donation to the food drive. Okay. If you want to send a donation to us personally, then you will use the BDIX004@gmail.com. Send it to PayPal or you send it to Western Union for Lisa Dix as well. Okay?
Yeah.
You good now?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Roger, everybody, Lisa, who we got?
Red and Ghost, he said, the machines will do most of the labor now.
Yeah, most of the hard work is going to be done by robots. Robotics is going to be
in your country, but here. Mm-mm.
Not so soon, but it's coming here too because it's going to take over. Artificial intelligence and robotics is the thing of the future, y'all. Everything's going to be robotics. The jobs that maybe some of you guys got right now, the robot's going to do your job. hey, your job going to be taken over by a robot. You're going to be obsolete. That's what's going to happen, man. And you know, a lot of us are going to be like,
it's hard to find a job.
Well, there'll always be other jobs, but you have to be trained. That's what I'm telling you, man. You come out here, you don't got no skills, you better get you some skills. You want one of these dead-end jobs, go to school, go to trade school, get reading, studying at night, training for something different. Because a lot of these jobs we have right now, they're going to be obsolete 10, 15 years from now. You try to find something else to do. Ryan Train, Bobby, Lacey, who we got?
Marshall, he said, yeah, but it will probably be white folks running the machine.
Right, I don't know. You know, I would hope, it probably gonna be a few that run the machine, but you know, I would hope it'd be a few of us run the machines too. Because we just as good as everybody else. Ain't that right, Lacey?
No, I can't.
Play it, we don't know. What you say?
Nothing.
Oh. Let's go. Ryan Train, Bobby, Lacey, who we got?
Casey. I agree, Bobby. Comedian Paul Mooney says.
Mooney. Mooney. Go.
They view as a property. Would you pay your property reparation? It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, they view this as property. That's why they didn't want to pay us anything. You know, we was like a dog. We were like a cow, an animal to them. That's why they don't want to pay us to this day. They still think many people still think we are inferior. Our minds are not like theirs, and we can't think, and we lazy. All those negative stereotypes are still in their heads, and it's up to people like you and people like me to set them straight, not in a violent way, but in a smart and educational way. Listen, I'm sorry you feel that way, but if you read and study biology, you know that my anatomy is the same as yours. You know, talk to people. Don't talk to them in a negative, mean. Oh yeah, no, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. Education. Let's go. Ryan Train, Bobby, Lazy, One Nation. Obadiah Phoenix. What's up, Obadiah? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see ya. Ryan Train, Bobby, Lazy, One Nation, one love. He said,
the similarities between Negroes and natives go deeper than most might imagine. There is a pretty good book called Black Indians, A Hidden Heritage that you may want to read.
Right. As I mentioned to you at the top of the show, I told you, right, I agree with you 100%. I mentioned to you that the similarities between us and the Native American at the top of the show were very, very, very similar, very much so. And even though many of the Native Americans held slaves, you know, they were slaves. The Native Americans were slaves as well. They were mistreated as well. So our histories are parallel to some degree. Okay. No, I agree. Ryan Train, Bobby, Lizzie, One Nation. Who we got?
Lamont. He said, I plan to retire at 55 and move to Philippines year 2035.
you better be planning well. You got plenty of time to plan on that, Lamont. And what you want to do is make sure before you move to the Philippines that it's still owned by the Philippines and not by China. Okay, right? Right, who we got?
Murphy Hayes. He said, when I was in Germany, the urinals were a hole in a floor with ceramic tile chest high.
You know what? I just read something. I read it was about a month ago now, but I read about that. You're right. That's how they had the urinals out there, y'all. It's like a hole, and you just go do them in the hole. That's how it works. I don't know about number 2, but I know the urinals is for number 1. You're not number 2.
I know.
But yeah, you're right about that, man.
But number 2?
I don't know, but they probably had a hole in the ground. I think that's what they had. But yeah, some societies are very crude about that. I don't know, out here back in the day, many of us knew about outhouses where you have to go outside. That's what they have here today in the Philippines. Most of the places here in the province, they don't have an indoor bathroom. They have outdoor. They call it CR. What's it called? Why do they call it CR?
I don't know.
Comfort room. You're supposed to do it and go there and do your comfort, but it's not comfortable at all. It's a discomfort room. They're going to call it DR. But most of the places in the province will have a CR outside or outhouse, and so it's prevalent out here. So it's common. Ryan, Train, Bobby, Lisi.
Casey,
thank you so much, Casey. Got a donation for the nation. Thank you so much. We got to do that for Casey. Let's go. We got Lisi.
The hardest working man in the business. I feel good.
Lisi, you off. Start over, Lisi. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you so much, Casey, for the donation to the nation.
More blessings to you.
Much love. Let's go. Ryan, Train, Bobby, Lisi, one nation.
Obadiah.
Obadiah. Come, let's go, Lisi.
Obadiah Phoenix. He said, hello, Mr. Bobby and Miss Lisa. Shout out to the Love Train and
Splitsies. Thank you so much, Obadiah. Ryan, Train, Bobby, Lisa. Obadiah is a book in the Bible. It's called Obadiah. Obadiah. They would pronounce your name Obadiah in Cebuano or in Filipino. They would call your name Obadiah. That's what they would call your name. Ryan, Train, Bobby, Lisa, one nation under who we got?
Michael Coffee, what's up?
To Lisa D and Bobby D. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Michael Coffee needs some. Hey, we just did a video. Michael Coffee sponsored a meal, man. I did a video on it, man. That's one of the best meals we had in a while, man. With the Joni, man, and we ate. We ate a lot. I'm gonna say something. I can't do that. He said, Lisa D and Bobby D. Hello, mayang buta habang gabi. Kamusta ka in Cebu from Nurse Mike. He said, hi, good morning, good evening. How are you doing in Cebu from Nurse Mike? We're doing good. God bless you, man. We're doing real good. Good to say.
I hope you all also doing good.
I hope your feet get a little bit better. You know, somebody got some cold feet. Lisa, I don't know what it is. Her feet. She took her shoes off. Y'all can't see it, but she took her shoes off. And her feet rubbed on. I got on short pants, right? Her feet hit my leg. I was like, shh, freezing, man. Her feet is always cold, man. I don't know what it is. Put your feet down. Oh, okay. Big feet. Let's go. Ryan, Train, Bobby, Lisa, one nation. Who we got?
Michael Coffee said, Lisa D and Bobby D. Hi.
What's up, Michael? Good to see you, man. Ryan, Train, Bobby, Lee, Michael Coffee needs some coffee. He said, Bobby D, hi. Good news. The Philippines will be getting the vaccine AstraZeneca in about a week. Okay. All right. They'll get extra AstraZeneca in about a week. They just got signed back today. So we're rolling, man. We want to roll. Let's keep it rolling. Round train, Bobby Lizzie, one night, yeah. That's it?
No.
Let's go, Lizzie. Are you okay? You need some tuba today?
No, I was thinking if I showed if I show his comments or not, because I don't want to. He said they had toilets for number 2 and hard tissues, papers that felt like a rough egg carton.
Yeah, you talk about that. That was in Germany, yeah. You know what, man? Some places don't even use tissue. They don't use tissue at all. You just, they take their hand, they wipe it, and they get up and go on by, and they wash their hands, go on by the bit, But yeah, I don't know if I would want to be out in Germany like that, man. I don't know. I would have, if I lived in Germany and they had all that, I would take my tissue and everything. That's what I do here. You know what we do here, man? Every time we go out, we got tissue and tissue in our bag, little wipes. We got those wipes in our bag because we got to go. Usually out here, most of the time, unless you go to a big mall, there's no tissue in the restaurants. Sometimes there's no water in the restaurant. There'll be a toilet, no water. So you got to drop it like it's hot and keep on getting up. That's why you got to have your own personal items when you come out. Guys, let me tell you, when you come out to the Philippines, always carry a backpack or a little fanny pack or something that you got your personal item that you need some hand cleansing sanitizer, you need some tissue, and you may need another change of drawers or something. You can't hold it, man. You gonna be in trouble. Let's go around, Trey. Bobby DC one day. Who we got?
Run to the mountain.
Got to run somewhere, man. You can't hold it. Okay, y'all.
I know, Tracy. He said noted.
Yeah, you got it, man. You got it. All right, man. That's it for now. At least you're gonna do the closing comments. Oh, we want to say thank you so much for everybody that gave today. You're much appreciated, man. Much love to you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We don't take it lightly that you
Thank you so much.
took the time, shoot the time, book the time to donate to our channel. It's a blessing for us. We receive it and we say thank you. All right, at least you gonna do the closing comments.
He said. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Chichipaya! And our Facebook fan page is called the Philippines Connection. Please like the page, and you can also follow us on Instagram at Bobby D Life in the Philippines. Look in the video description for media information. And if you are viewing the live stream as recorded, replay allow the ads to run during the video. And if I noticed, all unsolicited donations for food drive should be sent to this PayPal address, lisa.pinaro@yahoo.com. And if you want to send a personal donation to us via PayPal, use bdix004@gmail.com. And we have a free Android app on Google Play Store called Philippines Expat Lifestyle. Download and enjoy our videos without going through the YouTube app. And if you're a veteran,
you can call 1-800-827-1000. Call this for Veterans Affairs or Veterans Information as of January 1, 2020. All veterans with a VA card will have access to benefits. Now, Lisa D is going to do our closing comments. Oh, got more? Okay, let me say this before we go to comments. Take that off. Let me say this before we do comments. I want to talk to you real quickly about a program we started with giving T-shirts. We haven't even given one out yet. And the reason why, because we chose Terry Fleming as the first one. And we sent the company sent the shirt to him. They sent it in the wrong address, whatever, and they got mixed up. I got it straightened out. We got the right address from him. And then they sent it out again. And now Terry advised us that the U.S. Post Office is not delivering mail. So, and he can't get any deliveries into there. So it's all held up. So right now we're going to postpone and suspend that program until Terry gets everything straightened out and we'll get his T-shirt to him. Then we'll start it back rolling again. But the T-shirt program is now suspended until Terry lets us know and we can send it back out to him and we'll get it rolling again. All right, let's go.
Marshall, he said, peace and love, Bobby D and Lisa D. Hope to hear from you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hope to hear. He said, peace and love, hope to hear from you tonight. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. Ride train, Bobby Lisi.
Michael, coffee. We need some coffee. Bobby D, hello. Most places in the Philippines use a sprayer on the side of the toilet. No tissue is used.
Some places do. Some places do, and some places don't. Both places. Hey, if you go out here on a regular day, if you go to the big malls, you probably have that, okay? But if you go to the little small areas, if you're out and about, walking about, and especially if you go to the residential personal houses, they're not gonna have none of that. Some of them may have a outside place you can go to and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, man, if you well-to-do, you're gonna have all that. But in our area, we got all that. But the regular areas, most of the time, they got an outside area where they go to. That's it. Let's go. Ride train, Bobby Lisi, One Nation.
That's it.
That's it. All right. What else? That's it.
We have to play the video.
Oh, we're gonna play our closing clips now. Let's go, Lisi.
A towering presence, run like the wind. Be a king or a queen. Life in the Philippines.
All right, guys. It's been real. It's been real. It's been real. We got to go. We got to go. We got to go. This is Bobby.
And the tuba queen, Lisa D.
Say take care
God bless.
and peace. All right, guys. See y'all next time.
Have a good day.